Pop Squad, coming at you. We're gonna listen to another track from Lil B. This is called "The Trap," and Ivan sent this to me. Ivan's one of my patrons, and in a recent video, I was talking about "The Trap," and Ivan said you should listen to this song. It's very thought-provoking, very interesting. It has to do with that whole idea of not just where trap music came from, but also the whole idea of the trap being, if I'm getting this correct, the trap was specifically like drug houses where some people who were kind of in those neighborhoods would spend their time selling drugs, maybe buying drugs, and it was considered a trap, something that was difficult to get out of once you got into it. And it's strange to me that such cool music has resulted from that, from growing out of that experience. But there you go. And again, maybe I'm getting that all wrong. This is Lil B, and this is off of, let's see, Blue Flame, it looks like, is what Genius tells me. This is the fifth track off of Flame from August of 2010. Sorry, my dishwasher is beeping at me because I had to make it stop so I could record these. Came out in August of 2010. I just said that. Produced by Lou Pocus. And this says The Trap is the fifth track from Lil B's mixtape Blue Flame. The trap refers to the slavery that the government executes on the people in order to get benefits, i.e. taxes, parking tickets, hood mindset, money, etc. Lil B heavily exposes the U.S. government on this hot joint. He also gives many useful tips about life and rising from the bottom to the top. I haven't talked about it in the last day or so, but I'm still listening to Can't Stop, Won't Stop, and it is absolutely incredible, and it deals with some of this same sort of subject matter, although it's talking about stuff from like the 70s, 80s, 90s is where I am now, talking about people like NWA and Dr. Dre and, oh God, why can't I remember the name of Dr. Dre's group, Flavor Flav, Griff, totally spacing on it because I'm a big dumb moron. Anyway, you'll all know exactly who I'm talking about. God, why can't I remember it? Anyway, Public Enemy. And I'm sure you were all yelling it at me, and I probably will have comments about it already. Public Enemy. But they were dealing with the same sorts of things. They were talking about the same sorts of things, of how basically once the post-war generation got what they needed to out of life, they pulled the ladder up and said, hey, tough luck, you get nothing, and all those racist things we did to you by building roads directly through your neighborhoods and separating you from the rest of the world, and we built roads so that all the white people could flee the cities and get away from all you nasty black people, and brown people and yellow people, and like ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, sick, disgusting things. And yes, America is completely fucked up when it comes to race, and the fact that we did all of that out of just purely selfish reasons is disgusting. And we're still paying for it, and we're paying for it tomorrow in our election. We are potentially voting for the death of democracy tomorrow. I 100% believe that. If you have not voted, please do. It does actually make a difference, because if the Republicans get in, we could never possibly have a free election again, free and fair election again. They have stated as much recently in unfortunately my home state of Wisconsin, and other places. So please go vote. If you have to mail in your ballot, I think you have to do it today or tomorrow. If you can go drop it off, please do. I urge you to vote. People have been saying for decades and decades, when I was a kid too, it doesn't matter if you don't vote, it doesn't make a difference. No, it actually does, and in fact this election is probably one of the most important elections ever, because if the Republicans get in, I honestly think we're screwed. I think America is done if the Republicans take control of Congress. I think we're finished. I think we're done. So please vote. And I would say please vote for Democrats, because that's the only way we're going to maintain our democracy. The Democrats do not want to control everything about how we live our lives. Republicans do. And it didn't used to be that way. They used to actually be a reasonable political party, and they are no longer that. Also, we hit 20,000 subscribers. If you are interested in being entered into a drawing for one of 2 gifts that I will be sending out to a couple of people, go down in the description here, and I put a link to a video for a Sunreel video. Go to that video and leave a comment that just says 20,000, 20,000, in that Sunreel videos comments section. And I will do a drawing this Thursday evening and pick a couple of people at random to have some things sent out to them. You will hear about it on Thursday, Friday, Saturday until I hear from them and get those sent out. You need to be in the US, you need to be delivered to by Amazon, and there you go. That's how I run these things. I'm very excited. Thank you for being here and following along and leaving comments and supporting me and all that sort of fun stuff. Now let's get into this. This is The Trap from Lil B. Sorry, my dishwasher is yelling at me because I had to stop it so I could record these videos. Let's go. 3 minutes, 54 seconds. The Trap from Lil B.
Just praying that we get out this trap.
That's cool.
Dog down the street, had an infamous code name, blow main, narcotics, collecting all profit. I didn't stop to see my niggas, not tonight, cause tonight be the day I come up overnight, sucking up the pain of jail time. Sucker stunting on me, riding 26 as a kid, resembling everything I thought about. This is where the trap starts. It's a trap. I didn't have priorities, cheap change, smart talk, hitting scams for multiple dollars. More bitches hollered before I started rapping. The streets of my college, I passed with honors. Write a book to capture my knowledge. Audio or visual, man, the teaches is power. Cause I'm dead, I don't relate to you cowards. Power. I'm wondering free. I'm wondering living dead, we trap. I'm wondering free. This hood, man. Just remember, the hood is a mindset. Being a thug, being from the hood, that's a mindset. I'm wondering free. Just respect who respects you.
That line I absolutely agree with. Respect who respects you, and it's not just that. If you give respect, you will get respect back. And you can change that to anything. If you give love, you will get love back. If you give anger, you will get anger back. If you give violence, you will get violence back. So live the way you think makes the most sense. And violence is not the right way to do it. Respect is the way to do it. And a lot of people have never figured that out. They think some people are not worthy of respect, and that's garbage. It's garbage thinking. And I think Lil B nails it with this: respect who respects you. Yes, that's a completely natural thing to do, and it's the correct thing to do. And it also tells you that you should respect other people, and they should also give that respect back to you. And if they don't, you don't have to give it back to them. So, totally with them on this.
Trapped in this bullshit, parking tickets killing me, taxes on the right side, ain't nobody feeling me. When we making money, why is it given to the government? Got a new president, but ain't nobody feeling him. I overturned the government, but ain't nobody feeling that. Y'all motherfuckers even scared to rap. Speak your mind, man. Just speak your motherfucking mind. That's why I rap. I'm trapped cause the brothers that's resembling my complexion, standing at the stop signs and the intersections. Yeah, I'm discriminating, but my age group is hard to find friends. Most of them is eliminated. Watching TV, turned on, seen the limit date. Man, teach me how to buy properties in 50 states. Teach me about some real shit. I'm wondering free. I'm Even though that's real life. Teach you about some taxes. Why didn't nobody teach me about taxes on TV? Why don't nobody teach us about none of that, man? What's going on? Why don't people teach us about getting together? That's why we trap. How the fuck the oil spill in the motherfucking ocean? A lot of people talk the game but really need devotion. See how I see things. My philosophy is intricate. I grew up in the hood, but I'm privileged to experience the visuals that I seen. Seeing the struggle from the hood, poverty, and how there's places they don't put any money or finances into, and there's other sides that they do. Take it from me, man, appreciate your time here.
So it's funny, he just said, seeing the struggle from the hood, poverty, and how there's places they don't put any money and finances into, and there's other sides that they do. And just earlier today I was listening to Can't Stop, Won't Stop, and they were talking about how in the early 90s, of course, there was a lot of racial tensions and things like that, and some, I think it was Crips who were fighting each other, and some, I believe it was Korean people, a couple got caught in the crossfire, and the woman was killed, and because somebody who was not in a gang got killed, then I think it was Mayor Dinkins, I could be wrong about that, decided, oh, that's it, this is too much, we're gonna lay down the law, and it was like Operation Hammer or something like that. How inventive. And they sent in all sorts of cops to raid the neighborhoods where there were drug deals and things going on, gang territory, and of course they didn't actually confront the actual people who were responsible for selling drugs and the gangs themselves. They went to completely innocent people's homes, tore them up, made them homeless, arrested all sorts of people. It was just absolutely a nightmare, ridiculous thing to do. Spent tons and tons and tons of money on it, huge amount of resources, hired something like 600 or 700 more cops to go in and do all this, and arm them as if they were the military. And they did that instead of actually investing in those neighborhoods and doing something that might actually have a positive outcome. And it's just a messed up way of doing things. And again, we're Republicans. And it's just a stupid way of looking at life. It's a stupid way of dealing with problems that shouldn't be dealt with through violence, through policing, through entering a whole bunch of innocent people into a database that falsely claims they're members of gangs. And I'm not saying if they are members of gangs that it's falsely claiming them. I'm saying they entered people into a database of gang members who were not gang members, and it's the most ridiculous thing. And this book is so incredibly informative and interesting, and I'm loving it. Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Please check it out. And yep, once again, Lil B knows exactly what he's talking about.
Cause even if you overlook, just know my mind there. Plus I understand from underground to mainstream. Mainstream dick suck, underground no cash. Fuck that, make your own life. Fantasize rap, I got a structure for the fucking human race. But it's time we explore, jog in place with the race. Win the race, appreciate death, then I place. Let's get out the hood, y'all. Let's get out that mind state. The hood is a trap, remember that. Just keep that positive. Get your core friends that love you and motivate your friends. It's time to start being honest. Just know it's all a trap. The hood is a mind state, remember that.
I love the stuff he talks about. He's right on the money. I mean, he doesn't sugarcoat things, and yet he tries to remain positive about it. It would be easy to look at this and go, what does he say here? Just keep that positive. Get your core friends that love you and motivate your friends. It's time to start being honest. Just know it's all a trap. The hood is a mind state. Remember that. He's right. And he's not saying just ignore it and stay positive. Like, no, you still have to deal with the reality of things, but you can help each other out. And music is a perfect example of that. And hip hop is a perfect example of that. I mean, it has become the biggest musical genre in the world. And it came from the streets, and it came from people who were downtrodden. And it's because everyone has supported this music, and it speaks to so many people that it has grown so big. And that is a positive force for all of these people, and it's amazing. I mean, it really is incredible. And if you can keep that going forward and support your friends, and if they're making music, if they're trying to start businesses, if they're anything they're trying, if they want to be an artist, not necessarily music, I mean, whatever, if they want to do anything, support those people, support the people close to you, and don't crap on other people, but keep things moving forward for the people who matter to you, and that is what's going to make a big difference. And I totally am. Yeah, Lil B is really pretty amazing. God, I'm so annoyed with my dishwasher right now. It's such an annoying sound. I'm so sick of it. Anyway, that's good for now. Go to the Sunreal video, please, and enter the number 20,000 in the comments, so you will be entered to possibly win something if you're in the U.S. and blah, 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 blah. Thank you very much. Who sent this in? Did I say this? Did I say this? Who's that? Ivan. Yes, Ivan. Thank you very much. Papa Squat. Check it out. Please like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate it very, very, very much. Have a good night. I'll be back with one more video.